Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best Gabe in the biz. What an episode of Monday Night Raw that we just had from Brussels, Germany. That show and that crowd absolutely were peak. And oh man, so much stuff went down. So much that we can't even bother talking about it. But you know what we can do? We can gab about it. So let's just get into honestly how we ended Monday Night Raw with the Intercontinental Championship match between Braun Breaker and Finn Balor. Amid more Judgment Day tension, which I'll get into where I think that could possibly be going in the next segment. Braun Breaker is still the Intercontinental Champion, retaining over Finn Balor in an entertaining match, and it looks like Penta will be next up for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, some reports were floated around about a multi-man match for the Intercontinental Championship going down at WrestleMania. I think that is still the best option, and I don't think that they should just run with Penta versus Braun for WrestleMania. I like Penta. I really do. I like him in AEW. I like him here in WWE. I have no problem with him. I have no problem with Braun versus Penta for that Intercontinental Championship. However, that is something you can easily do in 2 weeks, and you should do because that's going to be the last International Raw before WrestleMania. So you can do Braun versus Penta there. But the biggest thing is that while I like Penta, we need a better option for WrestleMania than Braun versus Penta because we need Sheamus back involved in the Intercontinental Championship picture. I don't know why bro has completely disappeared since Royal Rumble. I'm at least hoping that they're just waiting for a time like this for maybe Braun versus Penta goes down, Penta loses or a disqualification is called because the Judgment Day attack him, and then Sheamus comes out to save the day, and then he's holding the IC title high, and it's oh shit, da da da, and then we get some kind of variation of Braun versus Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser versus Dom versus Finn, ladder match, multi-man or something like that or whatever. But there's no way, and this is why I'm hoping they don't do this. As much as I like Penta, they cannot do an Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania, not including Sheamus. Because the next Intercontinental Champion should be Sheamus. WrestleMania is the best place to do it after it's been just built up and dragged out to hell, but we still want it so bad. So I'm hoping Sheamus in the next few weeks, because again, just do Braun versus Penta in 2 weeks, can show up, re-enter the Intercontinental title picture, and by the time we get to WrestleMania and it's the last Raw beforehand, we have a multi-man Intercontinental title match of some variation of sorts where Sheamus is involved and on the verge of walking out of WrestleMania, finally as the Ultimate Grand Slam champion and finally as the Intercontinental champion. So come on, Sheamus. Come on back. We need you, fella.
Banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
Guys, I talked about the tension in the Judgment Day. It once again reached a high here between Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. I honestly thought because it was the main event, Dom might actually be turning on Finn Balor. And that was going to be maybe their match for WrestleMania and leading to the feud. But again, I like that they haven't done it yet because they can both continue to build that tension going into a WrestleMania multi-man ladder match or some sort. And then the turn could either happen at WrestleMania or it's an accidental push off the ladder or something like that and they get in each other's way and then it leads to the turn the night after Monday Night Raw, which we just saw a mysterious vignette on SmackDown with the number 4, and it is obviously Aleister Black, formerly known as Malachi Black in AEW. He's obviously going to be coming back. He's not going to be coming back before WrestleMania. I've said that, and even some reports are saying he won't be back till right afterwards. So I think this whole new member talk, I think it's setting up for Dom to potentially turn, and all of them turn their backs on Finn Balor and his new replacement, the one that actually kicks him in the face and kicks him out the group, is Aleister Black. They'll all be standing around him, and it'll even look like JD's going to side with him until the lights go out. Boom, Aleister Black appears, black mass, and that's the new Judgment Day. I mean, I guess it's really the only way you can save this new Judgment Day, because Aleister being with it could actually make it dark and more interesting again, or something of that nature. And then we get Aleister Black versus Finn Balor, a feud we really never got that much during his initial tenure here at the WWE a few years back. So I'm guessing that's where they're going to go with this whole Judgment Day breaking up story and a whole new member thing. But without a shadow of a doubt, Finn Balor is going to get kicked out of Judgment Day very shortly. And then we'll go back to kind of being a face tweener-ish. Probably have to change his music. I mean, because it's just a more heel version. So we'll probably just got to go back to something like that. But either way, I'm looking forward to that if that is the way to go. But Dom, just try to coast until then, because you don't want to keep pissing Finn off. Because apparently the way things are going right here, when you don't listen to Finn, you don't win. Wild shit.
You got knocked the fuck out!
Guys, tonight was the night it happened. John Cena, as a heel, finally made his first appearance. And Brussels, give yourself a round of applause. This would have been great even in the U.S., but an international crowd made it oh so much better. Gave him some nostalgic moments, like to him just coming to the ring, music hit. Same music, I might add, and they're just like, John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. Like, dude, that's like 2015, 20 to 2017 all over again, dude. Like, that got me to feel like it was nostalgic as hell. Cameraman, give yourself a raise, pointing in on that little kid who, when Cena literally came at him. Like, this was all literally perfect. Like, the let's go Cena sucks. Like, they were deafening. And Cena, on his part, showed why he's the GOAT. He gave a valid crash out. He said, for 25 years, all of you had made me sick. I've been an object to you. For you haters, you have belittled me. You have literally just been toxic. You have tried to bring me down every single time that I've tried to give everything to you. And to the people who say, let's go Cena, even attack them, being like, I'm an object to make you feel better. That's why you buy my merch. You try to buy what I sell, what I actually live every day, because you're all lazy and you're pathetic and you're bums. It was absolutely incredible. It got Michael Cole freaking hot as hell, dude. Like, oh, he was feeling it. And it's honestly a valid crash out. I am hoping that in the next coming weeks, Cena, like, even shows up with Rock and explains why this time is different in his approach to going after 17. Because we do need an explanation of how that whole deal and process came together, why he's doing this with The Rock, and why this desperation for 17 is so much higher that he felt he had to even do it in the first place. But I love the no change in music. I was surprised by it, but I like the brief explanation of just being like, you don't get new merch, you don't get a new song, you guys get nothing. So I kind of like it. He's still going to have the same old Cena music, but he's not going to run to the ring, smile on his face. He's just going to walk, show the towel, and just be like, hell, just start flipping people off. That'd be funny as shit, too. F them kids. And then Cody, dude, I love you. I do. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to say it every week. Coming in here, he made a very, very great mistake that he's going to so pay for soon. He pissed off John Cena. He was like, who are you? And Cena, like, gave him that look, bro. And he's like, I don't want this John Cena. I want the John Cena that's on that shirt. I want the John Cena that I looked up to, that these people looked up to. Because that's the guy I want at WrestleMania. I don't want this whiny little bitch. And then he just left, acting like he was all high and mighty. I'm like, oh, dude. And Cena was just giving him that death glare, man. He was giving that glare like he was getting ready to just say fine speech and cook the hell out of him. But he didn't. He's going to let Cody sit for one more week and let him be comfortable. Because starting next week when they're in the ring together, oh shit. That's when everything's going to start spiraling down the drain for Cody. He'll get cooked on the mic real bad. Going to start getting his ass beat personally. Maybe even on the levels or maybe even worse with how Cena and Rock are together of the beatdown Rock gave him last year. The beatdowns he's about to get are probably going to be even worse. Oh me, oh my. But this all ends one way, Cody. Cena is winning number 17 at Mania. There is no ifs. There is no ands. There is no buts. WrestleMania comes to an end. Pyro all in the air. All of us still cheering even though Cena broke up with us. Because we're not freaking going out like this. All looking and basking in the glow of John Cena. Freaking scowl on his face. Saying that the champ is here.
The champ is here!
You stupid dick!
Okay, you guys, that is Raw. We are done. Keep putting the rearview mirror. We are done. A very entertaining crowd. Actually, beyond amazing crowd. They even did the Leon France, like, and AJ Styles actually, smiled for it this time. Like, last year, he, stayed stone-faced. Still don't know how he did that, but he was like, nah, let him sing. Let him sing. It was great. Keep that up every week. But have AJ Styles have a live segment next week so we can, do that all over the place. Like, give Brussels a freaking PLE off of that. They can give freaking Leon France a run for their money. Road to WrestleMania is getting ever more crazy. I can't wait for Raw next week for Cena, Cody, they laid the groundwork, but next week we're really going to get into the shit with Cena. Cena's going to be like, yo, bro, I'm a little bitch. Let's talk about you. And it's going to be like, oh, shit. And it's going to get wild. Meanwhile, on the flip side of the coin, Dynasty is literally only 20 days away. Swerve versus Mox is obviously going to happen. But before we get to that, we got a loaded Dynamite. Colt versus Mox street fight for the world title. Speedball Mike Bailey, Ricochet, Orange Cassidy, and Mark Davis, fatal four-way for who gets a shot at Dynasty at Kenny Omega and the International Championship. CEO Mercedes Moné versus Billy Starks for the TBS title. This Dynamite is loaded again, guys. Then we got SmackDown, and I'm sure Cody's going to still be on his high horse. But it's going to be the last time he's on it before, again, he gets cooked by Cena next Monday. You guys ain't going to want to miss any of these shows. You're definitely not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. So keep on liking, subscribing, and all that cool stuff. And most importantly, keep on remembering that when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe right here. Okay, guys? Hope you enjoyed Raw tonight. I hope you enjoyed Cena's first promo of the heel. It was absolutely wild, but there's so much more left to come, and soon he'll have that beautiful title around his shoulder or on his waist, giving everybody the finger and saying that this is for him, not for anybody else. So, until then, deuces, spuses, and I will see you guys after Dynamite this Wednesday. So go on, get out of here. I am done.